Welcome to the apex of sports ownership, the Apex Athletic Collective.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode, what is this, 10? Oh my gosh, 10 of, Instigate Success, Building an ABA Franchise. I am your co-host with my guy Spacely here, who for some reason we can't see. I thought we had this fixed, but here, oh, there we are. We had you on the wrong one. There you are. I had you on the wrong camera, like an idiot. I'm going to bring you up now. There he is. Oh man, a little blurry, but still there. Hey, Spacely, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm getting the hang of this whole producing a show thing. We're down to like less than 10 errors a show.
Yeah.
Which, if feels pretty good. You know what I mean? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just kicking back, hanging out a little bit, and ready to get this thing rolling, man.
Me too. I'm excited. This is our last show of July. We've gone 10. This is our 10th episode. 90 more until syndication. Hoping to hit that. But more importantly, August is our biggest month yet. Right? We got so much popping off. Folks have seen it. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you've seen some previews of some stuff we're going to talk about tonight. If you follow us on social media, you've definitely seen some previews of some stuff we've talked tonight. If you've watched our marketing video, you've seen some previews of some stuff we're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk everything we can, all kinds of updates. We're going to dish all the information out that we can tonight. Also, later tonight, we're going to have Coach G with us to introduce him to the community. He's our first affiliate, working on some sponsorship stuff for us too. I'm excited to have him. As well as you. I'm always excited to have you, man. I'm glad you're here too.
Likewise, I love having me around.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about first? Dealer's choice. I got the ticker down there, but we might ignore it.
Yeah, I always ignore that thing anyways.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and fill in on the pro combines. Let's talk combines first.
Yeah, that's the most exciting spot. So we set this week. People started to see the posts. Our two combines for this month, August 20th and 26th, which are a Saturday and a Sunday, right? Something like that. Sunday and then a Saturday. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, so those are a thing now, right? Maybe you can remind folks what are we doing what are we doing at these combines? What are they for?
So the combines are they have various reasons based on what your goal is from the combine. So as a player themselves, the combines are, I'm kind of hearing delay in my ear, so it's messing me up. But the combines are a way to come through and display your talent in front of the fan base and in front of the ownership. And hopefully, if all things go well on your end, secure a spot on our roster for the inaugural season. For fans, it's your first glimpse at Instigators basketball. You get to be in the mix, get to watch the combines along with the owners, and overall, you'll also be able to dictate some of the decisions we make when it comes down to selecting our official roster. So that's huge for the fans and for the ownership group. We love to be able to implement ways for our fans to be involved, and that's one of the biggest ways we can make that happen off the bat. So yeah, I think there's a lot of ways that you can look at these events and say, hey man, I'm very interested in what's going on. So that makes me excited about them personally. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. I'm super excited. It's the, 2/3 of the 933 program start there, right? 9 folks, hopefully, from that combine will be signed directly to the roster from the front office. 3 players eventually coming out of those groups will be voted on by the fans to get a roster spot, get the final 3 roster spots there before the walk-ins once the game starts. So our hope is, really we're talking mid-September. We have 12 players on our roster, right, which is the number we can dress. So that's exciting. I'm excited because like you said, fans are going to get a chance to participate in 2 ways. So 3 of the founders will be on the floor, kind of helping. One, to run the combine, and then to broadcast it. Right, it's a small crew, and then you will be on both days, the 20th and the 28th, on the live stream, talking to folks. This live stream will not be free to everybody. It's a subscriber only live stream, because the subscribers are the ones that are going to make those choices. And this is, one of the big perks of being a subscriber is behind the scenes content. This is the first real behind the scenes content that we're going to show. So I'm excited about that. Honestly, I'm excited to be at a pro combine as the owner of a team that is hiring dudes. You know what I mean? Like a year ago, I never would have thought I'd be here today. But now here we are. So I'm really excited about that. I've been thinking about what my speech is going to be to all the guys that show up, before the combine, to get them pumped up, to want them to be instigators. So I'm, all that just excites the hell out of me. I can't wait. It's a dream come true. We got, in addition to the 3 founders, there's potentially, we're going to have 2 guys there that are going to help us do some scouting work that know basketball as well, that I've talked to, which will be super awesome, right? To get a view. I'm not a huge basketball expert. I watch basketball. I'm a fan of basketball. Watch a lot of the ABA recently. But to have some guys there that know basketball and help us put together a pro roster for the first time is going to be super helpful and super awesome. But also, I just can't wait to test the broadcast. Right. So, man, I don't know. I'm excited about all of it. Is that a good enough answer? I don't know.
That's the best way to sum it up. I mean, in reality.
Yeah. So, as fans, the best thing you all can do is advertise the hell out of the posts that are advertising this combine. Folks can pre-register. We want folks to pre-register on the website. It's $50 to try out, which is a lot cheaper than a lot of other leagues are doing, and even cheaper than some of the teams in our league are doing.
Oh yeah.
So blast it out. Let folks know this is happening, and then help us get players there as soon as possible, because I can't wait. We're talking 6 weeks. We'll have 12 players on the roster if all goes to plan. And I think too, Spacey, I know you can't divulge names or anything, but isn't it true that you've heard from some potential players already that they're going to register?
Yeah, I've actually, since we've went public with the dates, we've been getting a lot of solid leads, at least in the sense of interest. So, like you said, I can't really speak on too much until we've got further, till we dive further into all of that. But we do have some very interested players, which is a very good sign.
It is, and hopefully in the next couple of days, it just went live last night. Hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll start getting some registrations. And from there, because that's the key, right? Is that we know folks are coming. But yeah, so that's great. We're going to continue to recruit. I'm thinking about going actually out on site this week, or next week rather, not this coming week because I'm out, but the week after, and doing flyer drops and things like that at rec leagues and pickup games and colleges and high schools, and just trying to recruit as many guys as we can to pull from a big pool. So yeah, I think, man, I can't wait. I can't believe it's here. I can't believe we're registering people to potentially try out for our basketball team.
Yeah, it's insane.
So
I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to find the words to say, and it's just amazing. It's just
and
surreal.
Yeah, and Patreon subscribers, just a reminder, not only can you watch the live stream, which we hope you do if you're at home, if you're close enough to the facility in Clinton, you're welcome to come. It's free. Just let me know that you're coming, and I'll personally make sure you get in and you get on the floor and in the bleachers and get to hang out and watch the whole thing, ask players questions, all kinds of stuff. So total access to any Patreon subscribers that come on the floor with me all day. we're looking at it's going to be between, I would say, 2 to 4 hours total. Between like, once folks get there, they got to sign paperwork, give us some information, probably some sort of opening, then the workout itself, and then some sort of closing at the end of the day, and all of that. So we're talking 3 to 4 hours both days. So it's, even if you're a couple hours away, it's well worth your time to be there for 4 hours.
Right.
So encourage
Definitely.
anyone that does it. It'd be great to have folks there. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's sign some effing basketball players to pro contracts. What do you say?
I say just the same thing.
Yeah,
Get us another ring.
That's right. I got some questions that it's been harder and harder to avoid. Waleb, for instance, asked you a question, and like later commented on it. But some folks have noticed there's an address and a name of a place on the flyer that we made, or on the graphic, as well as like the same facility name appearing in like some advertising videos. Can you shed some light on the significance of the facility that we're using?
Yeah. So the same facility that we'll be using for the combines is our official home venue. I know that's crazy to say. Been a lot of through the loops and everything that we had to get situated on our end, but it's situated now, and it's just another one of those things that we got knocked off the checklist. Obviously, there were a few things that made sense as to why we had to wait because of the storm that came through the area and everything. So that kind of made us take a step back in a sense of being able to announce it, but it's been fairly set in stone from the time we spoke with them. And that was it's just major to have that available now to where we could say, yeah, that is our home venue. And I don't know what we're going to call it as a nickname, but I really like the Gator Pit. That's just, the Gator Pit, the Gator. I don't know. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
But
there's this big meeting coming up in October. Maybe we can decide it at that meeting. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
I like the Gator Pit too.
Another thing, this popped in my head last night. So this is the first time you've heard about it.
Oh, good.
What do we think? We've got a set amount of events that we're going to be doing for sure in the combine.
Yep.
What do you think about bringing it up to the community to suggest their own events? If we can make it happen, we can make it happen. If we can't, it is what it is. But I don't try not to spill the beans on what we have planned for that. But if you guys have any like recommendations, I guess I should say, if you have any recommendations for events that you'd like to see during the event, shoot them in. Send us the suggestions, and we'll go through them. And if it's possible, we can make it happen.
Are you talking about at the combine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. If there's some sort of workout that you think would be great to see, that would be awesome. Or hell, even questions that you want us to ask potential players, especially those that are looking to be voted upon on the bubble. Love to have those and love to integrate as many of those as we can. That'd be awesome. No, I don't want to do any like Physical 100 type stuff. I don't know if you ever watched that. Have you ever watched Physical 100?
It sounds familiar,
man. You would love that show. If you got Netflix, watch Physical 100. They're not sponsoring this show, but you should watch it. It's really good. But anyway, I think that's a great idea. I want to go back for a second to the Clinton CRC and just give a little background for folks on the facility. So it's called the Clinton Community Rec Center. Right now, it Kyle, hold on. Kyle just says event idea. Players get 15 seconds to pitch why fans should choose them. I love it. Yeah, that's a definite yes. Anyway, sure. Clinton Community Rec Center. Interesting historical building. Was built in 1920 as a high school in Clinton, Indiana. which is just a few minutes outside of Terre Haute, Indiana, one of the biggest towns and cities in Indiana. I use the term city lightly because I'm in the Midwest. There aren't really big cities in the Midwest outside of a couple. But anyway, so just a few minutes outside of Terre Haute, which is home of Indiana State, which is where Larry Bird played basketball in college, as well as Rose-Hulman, some other great colleges in that area. So it was a high school built in 1920. For the last couple decades, it's been a community recreation center for kids where a lot of basketball camps and stuff are held. They're doing some renovations to the place. It's going to look really great. It's run by the community. Their director is a really cool dude that really loves basketball, as a basketball coach himself. It's kind of, I would say, the focal point of a smaller community. I think Clinton's got about 10,000 people that live there, and Terre Haute's quite a bit bigger than that, right? Closer to 50,000. But it's very much the focal point of that town, and is really excited to have us. We're really excited to be there. And so they call it it's Clinton CRC. If you're on social media, give them a like. The Clinton CRCs, show them some support. All that building is kept open basically through donations outside of like us playing, right? Obviously we signed a contract to play there for 1 year. That can be, extended with both sides agreement. It's a true community center that, is run nonprofit, relies on donations to keep the gym up. It's going to have full concessions. We're going to have concessions there. We're going to have a place to buy merch. We're going to have a VIP section, which is a balcony above one of the hoops. So you can literally look down on the game right in front of you, which I'm excited about. I was thinking about this. I said we were going to spill everything we can tonight, right? It's kind of like the end of the month dump. That's what we should have called this episode, end of the month dump. Along with that, ticket sales are going to go live soon, right? So we're going to have our plan is to have a press conference there with the media soon in the next couple of weeks. And then ticket sales will go live shortly thereafter. Spacely, you want to walk through the ticket prices? Well, while we got folks here, we might as well spill it,
Yeah, so we'll have for general admission, we'll be doing $10 general admission tickets. Along with that, we also will have discounted tickets. Some will come more for like if we have any theme nights in mind, or things along those lines. But we'll also be offering VIP tickets as well. That'll be major because those just come with their own perks altogether,
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll also be doing group tickets as well. That way, you can bring out your family. If whether you want to be in a VIP section or if you want to be general admission closer to the floor, or that's what I really like about the VIP is it gives you another section of the building,
Mm-hmm.
but you can get a general admission ticket and be just as close to the floor if you want to be, so there's really either end. You're not losing as a fan, you're not getting cut out and being put in the corner of a building or anything along those lines. So that's really cool. And we do have a partnership for our ticket vendor. I guess we should get into that now.
Yeah. Did you mention season tickets? Did I miss that?
No, I did not mention season tickets. That's the next. Season tickets will be $80, so you get a cheaper discount in terms of just the regular general admission. But sorry.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off. Partnership on tickets.
Yeah. So we have two ways that we'll be able to sell our tickets. Well, our digital tickets. And the one main way to be able to sell the tickets will be directly through our website. Just go through the shop section. We'll have our own ticket section for the games. We'll have game day items, a bunch of different exclusive content for the Patreon supporters. But the big big partnership we've been keeping under wraps for the past month or so. And so we partnered with Sports Illustrated and their ticket platform, SI Tickets. And we will be officially hosting our digital ticket sales through them. So that means that whenever you go onto sitickets.com and you look up Hoosier State Instigators, you'll see us along with everything major, every major sporting event, every major concert, every major event in general. So that's just huge for us. And they've been very helpful as far as setting everything up and making sure that we got all that in a line and ready for the season. So looking forward to that as well, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. Just the like free marketing that comes along with hosting on a
Right.
platform like Sports Illustrated, where folks are searching for, the Pacers, they're searching for the Fever, they're searching for the Hoosiers, right? They're probably not the Boilermakers when it comes to basketball. Maybe Notre Dame, right? For sure, Butler. And then they have us, right? And as far as I can tell, we're the only ABA team in Indiana that's on there, so it gives us a little bit of a marketing up. As people see it, they get curious, they'll click on it, see how cheap the tickets are. We just posted a short where when we had Joe on, Joe talked about like the value, right? $10 for an adult ticket to check out, a basketball game anywhere is cool. And so I'm really excited about that. The one thing we didn't mention yet, I want to mention a little bit about tickets as well, is that we made an agreement with Clinton CRC, with all the kids that they serve, that the kids there that are members of the CRC that are enrolled in a program during the season will get a free ticket with an adult purchase to every single one of our home games. Just a way we're going to celebrate the arena. Our first home game is going to be our homecoming game, where we're really going to celebrate the community, celebrate that space. Really excited to give those kids a professional basketball game they can go to for free and bring a parent and just like check it out and like meet these players and hang out. So I'm really excited about the entire setup. I'm excited about being in Clinton. It's a real cool little town. And so now we run full steam into finding players to play on that court. And finding sponsors to help pay for everything. But those are kind of the two big things. But man, every day I've been doing it because they're on. I knew they were on there, so I've been on Sports Illustrated tickets, and I've looked us up and seen them there, and I'm like, oh dang, that's legit. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. Kudos to you for making that happen, dude. That's awesome.
Hey, we do what we got to do, baby.
Yeah. The other hole we kind of need to fill, we do need to fill, is a head coach. We're still looking at head coach candidates, still accepting, interest from folks that are interested. But we do have just a call with someone tomorrow, in fact. So we're still on the head coaching search. At this point, I'd like to have a head coach before the first tryout. It's not 100% necessary because we have basketball scouts there that will help us, find players. But ideally, you want the guy who's cooking the food, buying the ingredients as well. And so, we're full steam into that. That's basically your and my complete focus at this point. While Slothmeister works on sponsorships with Coach G, and then Ronan is developing our concessions model. So we're like full in. You and I have both been talking to folks about potentially broadcasting the games, right? So we need our color commentary. We need our analyst. And so we're just like now just trying to put all these pieces together so fast. It seems like it's a million years away in November, but it's not, right? It's right around the corner. I'm trying to remember. Is there anything else we need to figure out before the season starts? Well, I got you here. I'm just trying to remember. What else would we need? I don't
know. Coaching players. No, that's at least in the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
That's the That's the most important.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering though, like if people are buying tickets, how do they know when to show up or who we're playing? I guess would be.
We do have to lock in our official schedule as far
Yeah,
as like
yeah,
getting that to the public.
yeah.
We've been working on that on the back end,
Yeah,
but
we got our first 2 games. I'm gonna announce them because it's huge. It's the team we wanted, a home and away series.
yeah, baby.
I'm not gonna announce the dates now, but I will tell you 2 of our 20 games next season will be against the Indiana Lions, the defending co-champions of the ABA,
That's good.
playing just an hour away from us in Danville, Indiana. Clinton and Danville are a little over an hour away, as close as we could possibly get in the ABA.
Yeah.
And they were the first team stepped up and we're like, yeah, let's play. Let's do it. So 1 home, 1 away this season, us and the Lions. And, we're going to throw our team right into the fire and find out, how good are we, right? Back of my mind, we're also going to be finding out how good are they.
Yeah.
So I'll drop that out. We're still working on schedule stuff, working with Clinton, with the CRC to get available dates. All of our games will be on Sundays for home games, away games maybe on Saturdays. So we'll see from there. But that was the first one. Had to knock it off the list. We got to get the Lions. All seriousness, mad respect for the Lions and the way they run that franchise and how well they play basketball and just how well they're integrated in their community. They're doing all the things the ABA wants a franchise to do, and they're doing it well. They're the gold standard in our division.
Mm-hmm.
But we're coming for that title.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
You had me all the way to that last part.
Which one? Us coming for the title? I hope not.
Yeah, we're coming. No, I mean, what I meant to say is you had me off put until the last part of that statement.
Yeah, no. We got to give them mad respect, man. They've deserved it. They deserve it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Jason also makes a good point. We probably should pick jerseys at some point. Where are we at with that?
We are like less than a week away from wrapping up the submissions.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
Monday.
So, Monday. What are we planning to run it through Monday, or are we closing it off on this?
It's running it through Monday, and then Tuesday is when we'll the founders will probably start seeding jerseys, and we'll go from there.
Start deleting posts and rigging the competition.
That's right.
Yep. So
there have been some good submissions, My wife still hasn't dropped hers, so I'm a free agent on which one I'm picking. She's probably gonna wait till the last second. She doesn't want anyone to steal any of her good ideas.
That's smart. I should have did that.
Yeah, well, you had to have good ideas, I'm just kidding. I like your jersey. I like your jersey a lot.
No.
It's my favorite right now. I'm not gonna lie, even over the one I created.
I hate it.
Even though I think that A for Apex was born to be the A in state in Hoosier State. Like I'm just convinced of that. I like yours.
Hey, I mean, we'll throw it on like the inside somewhere, so it's there, but it ain't.
Man, if we're picking your jersey, it's everywhere. The A is.
That's a good point.
That A is 99% of that jersey. I like it though. So there's still 3 days. There's no limit to how many submissions an individual can put on there. So if you got one where you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done this, do it.
Yeah.
This is your chance to win, not only to have bragging rights to have your jersey selected, but also to get a free home jersey as part of that deal. So I'm encouraging everybody, get those things in. My niece, she's 15. She wants to submit one. I'm like, get it in. You know what I'm saying? Just dump it in, get it seated. Don't be mad if we seat it low, because we're only going to seat ours high, like, first of all. So don't get it twisted.
But
yeah, we got to pick jerseys. And then once we go through that, we got to order those. But I'm excited about that too, man. I'm gonna be, I've never worn a basketball jersey. Are you one of those guys that likes to wear jerseys in public?
Man.
Be real.
Yeah.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't normally, but I might this one.
You got to see where I live. You wear a pair of pants, and then you wear a pair of basketball shorts under that, and then you have boxers. Because you never know who's going to want to play a game of 21 wherever you're at. So you got to. You got to be prepared, dude.
Oh,
What
man.
you do.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've been caught out playing a game of 21 in jeans. So I feel that, like, man, why didn't I think of that? Here's the thing. When you get to my age, Spacely, which you're a long way from my age, but when you get to my age, you start feeling weird about wearing jerseys because most of the guys whose jerseys are selling really well are younger than you, right?
Yeah.
And that's weird. Right. Like it was cool when it was like when I was like a kid, and I could wear like a Steve Young jersey, because he's like 100 years old. But now I'm 100 years old, and those are just kids. You know what I mean? Like my buddy was wearing a Joe Burrow jersey the other day, and like shit, I think I'm 11 years older than Joe Burrow. I'm not wearing that shit. Not wearing some kid's
Just gotta
jersey.
hope. Just gotta hope Tatum stays 19 years old forever.
Oh man,
Like
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't do it. I can't do it. If I do, they got to be older than me. So I guess.
Well,
I don't think there are any football players older than me besides kickers at this point. Some quarterbacks, but mostly kickers.
You're a Yankees fan, so I get it. I wouldn't want to be seen out in that thing either.
Hey, the good thing about Yankees jerseys is if you get an authentic Yankees jersey, it's got no name on the back.
That's fair, yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
By the way, Aaron Judge is back. Aaron Judge is back tonight. Warming up a spot for Shohei to finish the season with him.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
What else about the Instigators do we have tonight? I mean, we've spilled a lot of beans tonight.
Yeah, we did. We spilled a lot of beans the last few episodes. Yeah. That's where I'm trying to reach in the bag of what we haven't.
Jason says he's got a kick-ass Frosty McSpacely jersey. Now, you can't go wrong with that. Frosty McSpacely is way younger than me. But, like, I'd rock that
young
jersey.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they retire right around like that 8 or 9 seasons, so that makes him like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, that's
so like
still though. I'd rock that.
Come on, man. Yeah. Plus, the last name kind of keeps you in style for the next few decades, so you're good.
Yeah, it's for sure the second best part of his name. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see, man. I don't know. I don't really think we have too much that isn't really.
I think that's it. And, we hopefully, we can get Coach Grant on the next episode. He wasn't able to show up tonight. We had a whole segment for him. But we always have a backup plan, right? Or we edit it in post if we have to. But normally we have a backup plan, and we have to edit it in post, actually. We've got to do both. But anyway, backup plan tonight, something near and dear to our hearts. You were watching it last week on the show. This week it was on Thursday. I thought it was every Friday. But I want to talk some slam ball because it's, it's basketball. It's an alternative league. It is the alternative league of alternative leagues, right? It's the USFL, the XFL, and slam ball. Those are the 3 alternative leagues in my mind. They're like the pioneers. Let's talk a little bit of slam ball. And let's talk about the Mob, who have been balling out 6-0.
Yeah.
Spoilers, they're 6-0. Played a real tough game against the Griffins for the championship last night. But what have you thought of slam ball so far?
Insane.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. I'm trying to just find all the words for that. It just reminds me of being a kid again. Looking at ESPN and seeing slam ball. It's just...
Yeah.
I've seen a comment in our Discord server that was like, what the heck is slam ball? They're coming up with too many sports. And I got to thinking, I was like, slam ball was the sport that made all these alternative sports.
That's right.
There wasn't, at least in the mainstream eyes, there wasn't no alternative sport outside of slam ball for a certain amount of time, and just to see them back and being successful and the fans are engaged, it's super huge for basketball in general.
Yeah.
So that's just awesome to see. And just really cool to see the mob balling out how they are, man. They weren't on my radar really coming into the season. Not saying that they weren't talented or anything along those lines. I just came in with a certain favorite.
Yeah.
And I think that first they went 2-0 and I kind of switched it around.
Yeah.
Just seeing the product on the floor and I was like,
yeah,
that's my team.
Their offense struggled a little bit this week. Wasn't as good as last week, but man, like they're one of a few teams. The Griffins are another team that I saw doing it, running set pieces, running set plays during a slam ball game. And like one of the things I forgot, or maybe it didn't exist. Maybe I need to go back and watch some old school slam ball because they have a lot of their coaches were OG slam ball players. But like I forgot like how technical the rules are, like how complicated an offense can be on those trampolines. And so like now as an adult, I have a greater appreciation for those guys that have really only been playing for 6 weeks on trampolines that are throwing them 25 foot in the air on these Olympic trampolines and running a full offense.
Yeah. I seen one of the commentators said that they went and tried to do a slam off of the trampoline.
Yeah.
And once you get up that high, there's something in your body that's like, we shouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
One of those things. It's like, man, it's just insane to watch. I love it, man.
I do too.
I love
and, I hope it succeeds. It's playing a real short season, right? I think they're playing 6 weeks total. I hope it succeeds. The arena looks great where they're playing in Vegas, right? It's just big enough with those fiberglass walls to look cool. The sport looks good. The rules are well thought out. Jason just mentioned this. The TBT has been great this year too. So like, there's been some great summer basketball. But the one thing I want to say about slam ball that I noticed is there are 3 guys from the Pacers slam dunk team playing in slam ball on 3 different teams. All of them are balling out. And so, when we're talking about like celebrity spots on our roster, these guys might be some guys to reach out to. How cool would it be, like, to have one of the slam ball players playing a game for us in that celeb spot? Yeah,
that'd be awesome. You'll see me running out a little mini trampoline. Just come on, get the. Does that count as an assist for me, or does that? What do we?
Yeah, no. If you run it out, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, that's absolutely you.
That's what I figured.
It's 2 assists if you put the trampoline down and lob the ball up.
Hey, I'm going double.
That's
what's personal foul and assist.
Personal fouls and assists. Oh man, the slam ball this week got a little scrappy. The stoppers are really like the what was it? The Griffins. Their stopper was a rugby player. It was like a 6'6" rugby player, and the stopper for the Mob. He's kind of a smaller dude, but. He's the one that like hit his face against the rim and like busted his lip open. He just does not care. He had something like 10 stops in that game. It's been really fun to watch. I was worried. I was like, is this going to hold up? Like basketball and trampolines.
I think slam ball is like the perfect sport, and they did it at the perfect time because we don't really have basketball right now.
Yeah.
We don't have football. And then when you look at slam ball, you get a mix of both sports. You get a feel like, man, these guys could smack into each other at any moment, right?
Yeah.
But they're playing basketball.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get when I step back and watch it, I get the same kind of adrenaline pump that I get from watching a football game or a basketball game, but it's smacked together.
Yep.
Yeah,
I totally agree. And all of this is leading up to the Swooper Bowl in like a week, right?
Woo!
Are we still in the bubble? Do you know where we're at? Maybe Jason could tell us. Are we going to make this tournament?
We're definitely going to make it. I don't know where we'll be at when it comes down to locking the leaderboard.
Yeah,
I believe that's on the 4th. I could be wrong, but I believe that's getting locked on the 4th.
Yeah, we gotta be like
So
top 64, right?
yeah. So right now we're in the top 50,
Yeah.
at least based on prior information. I can't really pop open and look right now.
Yeah, come on, man.
Hey, go check.
I'm not gonna right now.
Yeah, okay then. So
Fair enough.
I believe, yeah. I believe we're in top 50. We were 48 last
48,
time. I've
yeah, that's what I saw too.
Yeah, so it's going to be another Instigators run where we're going to be up against some of the best of the best. But I think we've solidified our franchise enough for them to realize that it isn't going to be an easy go, so to say,
Yeah.
with us. So hopefully, for everybody involved, we can get the Apex Instigators past that round of 32 and really be in the conversation. If we could get that far, we can win it all. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, it's interesting. At all these tournaments we've played in, I feel like we've done better than people thought. Right? We haven't won anything yet as far as tournaments go, but man, we played well, especially because we're relative newcomers to swoops. Right? This is our first Swooper Bowl that we're playing in. But so I'm excited. I'm going to check it out. Jason's been piloting that team like a pro. He's literally the best coach we have in all of Apex Athletic Collective. Killing it. And the fan engagement's been really cool too. So I'm excited for it. Definitely the highlight of basketball for the summer, even without trampolines. Can we get a slam ball swoops league? Like, how do we make that happen?
Just got to keep me out of the league so you can actually dunk.
Yeah, no. I think the way it would work is we're on the same team, though. I don't know why you're trying to take me out. Like, we've been on the same team since like January. If you've forgotten.
That's fair.
Also, I probably outweigh you by like 100 pounds. So good luck, brother. Like,
never mind.
Yeah, so anyway, that's swoops. So yeah, the last thing I have is just a reminder that 3 days to get the jersey submissions in is also the 3 days to be eligible for our October 16th fan meeting. We already said one of the agenda items here. We're going to put giving the nickname to our facility on the agenda there. We mentioned it earlier for folks. We're going to do Dylan Slothmeister is going to do a budget presentation so folks can kind of see the business side of things. My hope is to have some players and the coach there in that meeting. It's on Discord for the first one so that everyone can come. You want to be in that meeting. You want to be a voter. We're voting 3 of our patrons into the board. Right now there are 7, so you have a little bit less than a 50% chance of making it if you run. So I think it's a cool opportunity actually I think it's right at 50% because I think Jason's one of those subscribers and he's already on the governing board as the coach of the Apex Instigators. So 50% chance of getting on. So best opportunity. There's some folks that I would like to see run for that board that I think would be awesome that aren't subscribers yet. I'm going to be making some calls this week. Like, dude, $10 a month, get on the board for a year, So I won't be rolling out any official endorsements to sway the votes, but it's a really cool thing. That is the heart of the business for me, is giving fans the opportunity to be in the boardroom. So take advantage of that. Even if you can't subscribe at the $10 level, subscribing at the subscribing at the $10 level. Even after that, you get a chance to vote on jerseys, get a chance to vote on the 3 players onto the roster, the bubble 3. So there's still plenty of good reasons to join, even if you can't do it the next 3 days because of finances or whatever else. Join and vote on those things because we want your voice, right? If Spacely and I are making all the decisions, yeah, the team's going to do crazy good, but it won't be as much fun. So let's do it together, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to hit on tonight?
I can't think of much, honestly, outside of continue sharing the social media pages, introduce your friends to the Apex Athletic Collective. If they're a fan of sports at all in general, we'd love to have them involved. Uh, Apply to become a member if you're above the age of 18. We still have a few membership slots available. And be great, Instigate. Those are my final words.
Be great, Instigate. That's my favorite. Just before folks leave, just to let folks know, we will not be doing a show next Friday because I will be nerding out on board games all week next week. And North America's largest board game convention is next week, basically. 100,000 people playing board games. No Monopoly.
That ain't no board game.
Monopoly's for gimmicks on this show. That's about it.
Yeah.
So
that's all it's used for.
That's it. All right. So no show next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, be great, Instigate. Everyone have a good night. Thanks.
See ya.